Ladies and gentlemen, children, boys and girls, it is the morning. And Sig is tired as shit. But we're live! Isn't that cool? We're live! You might not be alive, but we're live. So now let's say the magic line, as we always say. Ooh, fancy music to start it up with. On with the show!
Hi everyone, welcome to the show. We're live. Episode number 2,500. 2,500 streams. Holy shit. I wish I didn't have to work tonight. I would have made today a big freaking stream. But sadly, work. Alright. So, let's get right deep into this. So we are now trying to solve the issues of the drive, so that way we can use our access to speak to Heidelin through the forum and offer an alternate solution to let's get off the star and run. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantine sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might be able to do a service? Ha! You already done more than enough. If I had to say though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and the matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. If only Master Coco knew how right he was. Well, he and Graha established rapport. Why don't we help the preparations of the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would be the opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for adamantine. Affirming yes, fist punch. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Shirley and Hamlet is lousy with research and scholarly types busy themselves preparing for the Exodus. That lot needs a lot of help they can get. Alright. Well then, off we go. Dun 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 dun. Motorcycle. Okay, so back up here. We can just fast travel. Save ourselves some time. Poof! While we were loading in, a boss fight formed here. And I may have ran over and grabbed it on my mechanist real quickly. Got 1,000,000 experience points for it. Hell yeah. Hey, Alicel. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how to help, how much help we can offer, but I dare say there's a benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Mushilin mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet in the Aetheryte once our work is done. Sure. Ooh, 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 oop. This is what I think it is. Is this an Aetheryte quest? Are you an Aetheryte quest? You are. I'll be back. I gotta take care of some Aether currents. They're calling to me. Find wayward troll and slay. Okay. Say less. Oh, we're slaying these guys. Well, cool. Here you go, Mr. Troll. I saved you. I'm a hero. Here you go. Perfect. Then we switch to our mechanist so we can get free experience points. I mean, I guess it's not really free, but still better than feeding it onto my red mage and like having it just like go to the beyond where like you can get nothing for it. Because that's gonna hit 890 soon, and then we're just not gonna gain any more experience. There you go. Your favorite troll is home. You're welcome, friend. Hell yeah. 3 quests left, and then we will have flight in this area. Alright, so now we're looking for people we can help. Silken Grin. Hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Yes, that's me. I'm in an absolutely wrong skin. I am in the Gunbreaker outfit. Oh, working on the Aether Burner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over the current duties. Checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring. Thankful work, though. Still, no one's been coming. No one'll be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what you have you. The forum's got enough of their plate as it is. What's the deciding who gets to board the Ark and when? Lots of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to the Master of Fort and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest. I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Alright, let's switch back to the actual class. All I know is I saw the gun blade on my back and went, ah, yeah, no. Helping with the Ark. Even with the power of Master Koloko has managed to squeeze out of the Aether Burn, still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun our exodus sooner. People are dying, and there'll be no end if they don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the pain, and we will persist. Okay. Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of things that we'll need once we arrive at the moon, and then whichever star we choose as a new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea of what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous looping giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like a behatted rabbit that ran by. Yep, that's them. Hi, Mr. Frog. Bunnies! Cooking way and singing way and growing way. Fancy meeting you here, Siegfried. Our friends in the forum brought us to see this teeny tiny boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magic. What we're really interested in is ethereal itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we are planning to do until we chanced upon Irigai and your good self. Since you're both into dawdling about engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? Hands. Tour of Labros. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and the best ways borrow, 'twould be the best interest to have the Lupins acquainting themselves with the conditions deemed optimal by their Solarian collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Perhaps thou art better suited to lead the venture. What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with the great big Whatsit over yonder? Ah, yes, the Whatsit. I shall leave this explanation to Siegfried. Chuckle. God, I love narrating him as this just monotone, non-fun guy. Just no fun to be had. Just straight monotone and sad. Singing away. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magic is positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to the most important features. Search the apparatus for points of potential interest. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the area and inspect with, I think it's left mouse button. Ah, yes. Look at this big spinning thing. Big metallic tube thing. Is that water I hear from inside the big tube? It must be because of the cogs and the giant wheel at the top. I see. That's how they draw the water. That's probably some sort of spiral shaped mechanism inside it too. Yes, it's called a screw. It's a little too hard to see from here, but these golden pipes connected to the top of those tanks, and I can see through the window for another pipe in the bottom. Ah, this must be purifying water drawn from below. This looks like the trees. It's greatest and enslaved. Hold on. That's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Not quite something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Cool, I'm glad you guys understand it. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from the underground, presumably from some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before it's being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. A design brilliant in simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install, and even a hairstay of a moment. Frost lupins, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is the utmost important for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, the people of Etheria sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Many settlements in Therian are built on an oasis. Areas near waterfalls are common size. So, whatever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear. I wonder we won't be able to produce the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from dying out completely, but it would appear that they rely on it far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be ordered. Once we have calculated the average rate of consumption per individual, it may also be worth learning more about how they exactly obtain the water in the first place. Master Elfino spoke of the machinery responsible for the feat during our journey through the wall. Did he not? Mayhap the Lupins will share his appreciation for their engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Solari Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean you'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous looking creatures with big, nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. We were not escorted here by burly custodians. I dread to think that they would have become of us. Regrettably, too many of the hungry predators with the aforementioned big, nasty teeth, lupins may appear to be potential and rather appetizing source of substance. Might I impose thee to assist in securing passage to the Alpha? For my part, I shall act as an escort for Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. Me, Pat! I am more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. Alright, bunnies, let's go. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by those hard beasties. Come along, Growing Way. To the water extraction wants it. Ooh. On real quick. Might as well get free XP. Any of you leveling people out here want some free XP? Go, Robot Queen! I mean, at least I'm getting chain XP, right? Almost halfway there. With 5 minutes left. Don't worry, someone will come sweeping in here and be like, ooh, it's almost done. I could just show up and kill like 4 monsters and get gold. Oh, we got the chain down now. Chain 1. Chain 2. I think the highest you can go is chain 3. Or not chain 3, chain 5. Which I think I'm like readily getting every time. Chain 4. There's chain 5. I don't think you can get any higher. Hey look, Queen Bee just showed up. Just in time to try and get gold. There we go, we got gold though. And that's what matters. Alright, back to Red Mage. guys good? Thank you so much. I really hope the water extraction Watson is worth the harrowing experience. All part of the fun, some may say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logo Alpha. Our destination doth lie in the lift's top. Pray follow me. You'll need to use the lift. You will need to use the lift should you wish to go to the medicinal circuit. Let me know if you were headed that way. Yup. Because Urgy Durgy Durgy wants us to go up there. Marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we have gained here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Etheria just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's something short of a miracle. I cannot wait to see more of it. Pants. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provisions facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found in the Marial Ergonomics. As I imagine, Singing Way and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus. Wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, it would be much of it interesting. Hopefully, I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies was telling me about. Even his incredible vivid, if a bit too verbose, description cannot compare to the sampling them myself. Not to mention, Etheria will soon be more, so I must learn all I can while I'm still here in time. Let us brook no further delay. Rook. Motorcycle inside. That's still there when we get this cleared, then we're gonna grab it real quick. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma would enough guide me here, and I'm spotted several fruits and vegetables featured in the compendium. I dearly love to try some, but I read that those who will help themselves to a farmer's crop without permission are often caught to be put in the pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever is in charge if they would mind be willing to part with a few samples. Oh, what a fine mess this is. Oh, it's you, the one that climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the Exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've got to find ways to do what we can do down here, up there. First on the moon, and then whichever star of the form decides will become our new home. It's all of a sudden so unreal. Do you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how careful it is all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of fauna and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive their new environment, so many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourself. Much appreciated. Much, my good fellow. So, where to begin? Oh, I know what these are. They're grapes, yes? Let's see if they are delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is quite different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Yum, 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 yum. Well, that certainly gave me food for thought, though. It is less versatile manner than the philosopher's carrot, but tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? I'd brave an eruption volcano for a bunch. Meh. Ghastly things. I'd rather eat rancid. Yes! So that we can get more than carrots. Yes, they are rather moorish, aren't they? And, from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them and make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Was this an apple tree? Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yum 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 yum. Yes, that's it. Equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urigara about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up in the air of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I have yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what comes with the field over there. He's just like eating everything. Nom 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 nom. Pumpkin? Or melon? That color, that texture. It's some sort of enormous round carrot. It's a pumpkin. No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than its taste. Yum 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 yum. Blech. It's so hard and flavorless. I may as well be chewing on a piece of wood. This all but confirms it. There is nothing more than misbegotten failure masquerading as a good carrot. Stop, stop. Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may satisfyingly eat. But above all else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for a long time I can remember. Then perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as an orange I sampled. I wonder though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Pear? What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, I have flavor to match. As I have no idea what I've eaten, I'll just bite into it. Yum, 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 yum. My tongue, is it poison? A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? Ack, it must be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I best call the end to this round of sampling. Let's say farewell and return to the others. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking? I'm rather enamored by grapes and oranges, less with pumpkin, though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there's the lemon, the deceiver. I feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth. In more ways than one, so I'll give you a lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it'd be remiss for me to spurn the opportunity of a bit of sick came up here. Learn more from your instructable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. Yum, 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 yum. This is delicious! Although I still detect the hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough and creates a perfect harmony. I would never have guessed a vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemons in the natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many of other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can be even the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the forum agonize over what is worth preserving and what will be considered to consign to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we are to survive. Such strength of will. Now I know why Heidelin sees in your kind. And kind, the Luperts. We were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature and the sentient lives and the fates and the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled its basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies the folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal, says the paradox to the immaculate Karen. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred and the futility of that futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What, then, is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins. This rabbit just solved the entire reason why I left and went back in time. Pardon my Urzin, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cooking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare the trip for the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops. We'll work together to preserve as many of the Therian species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has been highly productive. Probably, let's go see if and the others have run the machinery to inspect. Shall we? Bye! Bye. Short little weird rabbit thing. Nope, they completed it. Those bastards! Taking a look, make sure there's no new serial quest popping up. My god, he's driving over the pumpkins! What is wrong with him? Whee! This was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any places famed for their cuisine? Don't solo mensa. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Ethereans, the more I wish I could spare for the final phase. Alas, Heidelin orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Boots! Siegfried, I trust my time with the Marilad Comics did bear fruit. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess the embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our Gust's relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Selenol Hans Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every looper there, should further questionings within my power to answer arise. Aww. What are you on, bro? Alright, time to get some free XP for my Mechanist again. Alright, this might be not so free. These are big dudes. We're definitely getting gold for this. Free XP, free XP. Thank you. How much XP did we get for that? 325,000. Plus whatever we got from the monsters. Look, it's a boss. No, no. Wow, they're beating it up real fast. I don't know if I'll be able to get there in time. 15, 18. I'm racing right at it. It's at 22. 26, 28. $35. Oh, is it the big tree guy again? Yeah, it's the big tree guy. Oh, Drill and Bioblaster is on the same cooldown. Okay. I see now. Alright! I mean, it's silver. It's still free XP. And a little bit more of those bicolor gems. So. Alright, back to Red Mage. The hell are you? Oh, you're just a... Oh, this looks unsafe. Dun, dun. Sigh. Yes, Siegfried. This is indeed my verbalizing a sigh of express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data from the Therians at the logins alpha. That's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all your forests like that? The bog shroud is quite leafy indeed, a place of ultimate tranquility. There's Verdun, at least. The trees of Draven stand particularly proud. See the forest of the first. One's purple. Telling him about a whole nother planet. Yes, I say, with the star so wonderful, it comes to no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we are to see we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy of thy uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Oh god, it's Thancred. Thancred. Oh, Thancred. How dost thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit of the researchers while helping to move the cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here. Despite news of the coming end, we have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them there is no cause for concern. Perhaps not, though, aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find a way to lighten their burden. Me? But of us to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. 'Tis a good place as any. Come. Bunny ho! The bunny ho. Oh, Thancred, save me! Why must you leave me alone with... He's just a hypnotoad to me. Bunnies! Oh, can I help you? Words, words, words. It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Please tell us your troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of the decades of Saurian ingenuity that is built on the peerless, elegant technology, is all true, but I know, and none of that's a guarantee. We never before launched a starfaring vessel before, let alone flown it to the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo would be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails to us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on our next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the Aether Burn design was flawless too, and look at how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these daunting technologies, and thus thou held the power to ally his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well, we have a carrot! Maybe you could tell me if there were any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk and perform our task, for one. I devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spontaneous spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we are left the star? Ah, gravitation. Maybe I can be of help after all. Up there is not so different than down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them part of one big cosmos rather than separate places. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Ah, bunny, 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 bunny. Aha, bunny, 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 bunny. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet, if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from the eyesight born of inexperience. Might I prevail the Lupins to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say myself. There's not we can like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Theris, and learn more about them while we're at it. Yay! Pudding. Fully glad you are here. Gather my companions and bring them hither. Siegfried, thou hast a gift of finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek them out and the distressed and apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await here, that I might introduce each to a suitable operator. Sternum touch. Oh, I do look so forward to that. A place for every luprit and every luprit in their place. Bunny, 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 bunny. Idea, idea. Bunny, 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 bunny. Well, there's one. What? What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on a ship, of course. I designed them to be assistants of our sages and chirurgeons, but to imagine every illness and injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us, to say nothing but the effects of that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. There's a bunny over there, he knows shit. The crew from the moon. Why did I not think of that? There's a bunny over there, he knows shit. Ooh. I'm so not getting there in time. We're gonna try. What's it at? 33. I just need to get in and start AoEing. Shotgun! Shotgun! Hey, there's free gold. Alright, cool. Worries. No, I believe I'm fine, thank you. I've been confident in my colleagues and I helped a lot. Can't recommend it enough. You bitch! about you? You're alone. Have you heard anything of what is the moon? I have no doubt that we can make up for it there, but the search for a new star, part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that the collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering around the sea of stars on God knows what made by God knows who. Bunnies! They know shit. They're over there. You should meet them. You mean to say I can speak to them directly? Amazing. I hope they like questions. Apologies, but I am waiting for a delivery. Whatever will have to wait. I have to find 8 people? Oh my god. Concerns? Nay, there is no point in worrying about this stage. It'll only make the work go so much slower. Oh my god. Oop, there's someone. 56 bunches of weed in the ground. 56 bunches of weed. Rip went out, added to the mound. 55 bunches of weed in the... You want to talk to some bunnies? Peep, I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was just in need of a little break, you see. But I found myself unable to relax at all. So I went for a walk, and then I noticed these weeds and... There's bunnies over there if you want to talk to them. Pleasant conversation partners and oh so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Anyone in here? Nope. How may I help you? There's bunnies! My, what lovely ideas. I've noticed that people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pluck these fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope your plan to cheer everyone up goes well. Starting to hate this quest. Is there anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo in the bell now, so my back feels like a voice and played a piano. My feet and knees are as drums of a cymbal too. Oh my god. You want to meet some buddies? They're good at math. Consult our collaborators. I suppose it would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips should the afterburners make our original estimates unfeasible, but there are simply too many variables. I feel as though my brow would turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for this purpose. Thank you for letting me know. Bunnies! My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps it's a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, this is suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Bunnies! They know things! Including the blueprints in our decision is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will thank you. Perhaps our biology itself might offer some clue as well. Yes you idiot! Have you seen the envelope lying about? This envelope refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without a bloody slip of parchment. There's bunnies. This, I'm gonna see the bunnies. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt there'd be more help than you. And you wasted enough of my time already. Can I just stab him? Stab. All three of you better want to go. Aha! The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes on no faster. Schedules are such a temperamental thing, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I never felt so alive! Oh my god. This quest is like beyond pissing me off. Like, there's no need to have me hunt down 8 people in this giant ass freaking circle. And not only hunt down the 8 people, but also have people that don't care and don't need help. And my biggest issue is, I wonder if, like, areas I've already covered have people in it now that are now lit up, that, like, I have to double back over areas. Like, if it was, like, 3 or 4 people, and, like, maybe 2 people or 3 people that were like, nah, I'm cool, I think it'd be fine. But the fact that, like, you need 8 people, and I've had 5 so far. See, this one was not here before. So this is a double back. Blasted assistants, where have they all gone and taken off this? Oh, I beg your pardon, but I have not the time for idle chatter. I need to reconfirm that aether levels are consistent through the vessel's machinery, and it seems that I shall have to do it single-handedly. I swear, there's freaking bunnies! They can help you. Go talk to the bunnies. The blueprints are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about checking 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Oh my god, 2 more. There's 1. Oh my god, my chest is tight. I'm dying. Is this what it feels like? Bunnies, pet a potty. Oh, don't pardon me, I don't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may be depart on this moment, and if the whole design buckles under the strain and the entire vessel explodes on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind, but that's highly unlikely. Yes, highly, highly unlikely. Bunnies! Our visitors can help me triple check the structural flow, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. As I said, it's like, it just feels a little much for it to be 8 with 4 rejections so far. I would much rather be in like 4 with 2. But now I gotta double back all these areas. Because I have to find the last one. Who knows? Maybe he's out here. I hate this quest. This is one of the few quests I have hated now in this game. Very few quests have ever pissed me off in this game. Don't get me wrong. Have there been games with MMOs with quests that have pissed me off before? Yup. Looking at you, go get me Murloc eyes. I need 10 Murloc eyes. Kills 50 Murlocs, you have 2. Like, you would think I'd have to kill 5 Murlocs and you'd have enough eyes. But let's just say I'm a lunatic with a giant weapon and I just keep, like, beating the shit out of people and making them lose their eyes. I still should be at least able to get an eye from a Murloc, so, like, be, like, 10 and done, you know? But here we are, I'm driving around in a giant circle looking for the marker. I hate this. I truly do hate this quest. I can't be the only one who hates this quest. You know what? To cool myself down. I hate the Sage Count Soul Quest. Sage Council is why I skip main story quests. As much as I tried, I just can't get into the main story quests. I have never really liked it, blah, 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 blah. However, the quest Sage Council is the main reason why I dislike the main story quest. A lot of unnecessary padded quests. I get people defend the main story quest and say it's great, but there's a lot of busy work and useless running around. There are people who actually enjoy this quest? Joy is meaningless without suffering. Isn't this what the game is trying to teach us in this expansion? Oh my god. I hate you. I fucking hate that comment. I despise it. Still can't find this last one. Hey, the boss is back up. That's how long we've been working on this quest. Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed the main story quest. It's just, this is just stupid. But as this guy said, how can you enjoy joy if you don't suffer? I have to suffer. So that way I can, you know, feel the joy of finally beating this stupid ass mission. I really have no clue where the last one is. I feel like I've searched everywhere. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna read your message. There's bunnies over there. Go talk to the bunnies. I don't care. Just go talk to the bunnies. Go talk to the bunnies. You could have had the most earth-shattering story moment, and I just blew past it. The ship has so many faults. Behold, Siegfried, through their efforts, word has spread throughout the hall. Verily, to our very great number within anticipated living away, doth greater more luperous as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skill, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Sounds great matters requires not mine attention. Watch over them, I pray thee. I enjoy all the story, but that quest is shit. Wound up having to go online and find photos of where all the spots are.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Oh god.
Yes, I am.
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blavida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aww.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Just hug her, douche.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand. We
Yeah,
must
she
have
died
prayed as
in
much for
Realm
you
Reborn.
as we did for her.
Like, that's how long she's been dead.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say, knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied
Aww.
and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Aww.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you, too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go.
Aww.
So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
That is a callback and a half.
I think I can feel her too.
Please don't make me have feelings for him. I like keeping him as a monotone douche.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Funny.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
Oh, yes.
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Yay! Oh, Siegfried, be assured that I am fine. I am. Full glad to see them too, after very long. Gladder still that it is in your company, as difficult that it is to accept their kindness. 'Twould thou have been far harder had I faced them alone. Hey, anytime. I'm gonna put these boots with the rest of the boots. There we go. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Luperits, not disposed to the rest of the laurels. Several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to the stations. Some few are still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as they need. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alizael. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out of the west gate. I could go myself, but we know whose help she less likely to scorn. Not to mention, much of my misfortune, I can think of several other things that I ought to be doing. Until later! Ooh, quest. Quest marker. Are you Aetheryte current? Leave it to me, I'll do it. I'm a hero. I'm assuming this is going to be quest number 4. And then... and then probably the 5th one you get from... Okay. Hey, buddy. Oh god, don't run away, kid. I don't have time for this shit. I have a motorcycle. I can outrun you wherever you go. Oh, you're already done. Mechanist. This way. Oh, Alice Hill. Oh, hold on. Pray. Awesome, quest complete. Alright, let's shoot some monsters real quickly. It's almost time to go to bed. What's these guys again? Alright, cool. Oh, my bird is gone. Hold on. My food is gone too. Kick flip. Flamethrower! Alright, cool. Our chunk of experience points for my cool little mechanist. Mechanicist. Here you go, buddy. 1 crystal for you. Cool. So I have 1 left, and I'm sure that quest probably is the main story quest, if I had to guess. Windows 8th occurrence. Main scenario quest. Okay, cool. So we have all of them done except for that one, which is the main story quest. Alright, cool. I mean, if nothing else, we are building back up our bicolor gemstones, which we're gonna need a bunch of, so. Alright, let's switch back to Red Mage. Alright, guys. This is where I call it a do for this evening, due to the fact that I have to go to bed, because I have to work tonight. So tomorrow morning, we're going to continue the Final Fantasy XIV playthrough. Continue pushing through the storyline, continue doing like some minor side questing with the Mechanist so we can level him up, and going from there. But thank you so much for hanging out, guys. I know the schedule has been weird with this whole overnight thing, but hopefully we'll have an answer for it sooner than later. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully I will see you all here later. Until then, have a great rest of your morning, day, afternoon, whatever it is. Have a day. Make it glorious. Until then, button.